go ahead and get in and then get out. There we go. And we're all set here. These two will be going in a moment here. Cyrus starting over by the reactor. We got Neo, of course, is Mark392. They're just collecting the weapons to start. Nothing yet, but this is a small enough map. We should get plenty of action in this game. One of the things I really like about Logic, in particular, is how the smart missile, if you launch it down the hallway towards the reactor, it usually blows up right before it reaches the reactor. And if you're like in that room, you won't expect it coming. It's kind of a neat little feature. So some smarts being thrown about, but go ahead. We got Cyrus camping in the small room over here. Let's see if Mark's going to fall for this. Unlikely. There's a spread fire. Not a whole lot of damage thus far. They seem to be pretty tentative and engaging. But I'm sure that will change over time.
He has a tendency where he doesn't really try and control the map a lot.
No.
He just kind of, he likes this, once he gets an engagement, he'll sit there and try and see if he can continue it.
Yep. All right, I think I got the audio issues fixed out, so we should be good.
Very good.
Oh, Morphive, you are here. We are live, sir.
Hello, hello, Morph.
All right, so
Right
now that we
now,
got everything
we're
resolved
watching-
here. Mark's a little bit jumpy. It might be a... I don't know if that's on our end or if that's something going on. Oh, well, we have a crash, apparently. Or they're both camping. No, they're both camping. It's hard to tell sometimes because this is an early version of the Observer mode. There have been some bugs, but no, they were both just sitting there in seemingly odd places. Oh, here we go. Up in the tunnel, a little bit of Vulcan exchange, but I didn't hear any damage. And now we're going through the grate. Nothing there. Now we got some damage. Cyrus getting some Vulcan on Mark. Not a whole lot, though, and Mark's going chasing here. Oh, that's some nice damage. Cyrus has got to be pretty low. So he picks up all the smarts. That fan area is a little hidden area that you can just fly through the fan. Very similar to a lot of other 1v1 maps. Oh, Cyrus in trouble. Goodbye. Mark picking up that kill, getting behind him there. Cyrus respawns pretty close, but he opts not to go straight for the weapons. It looks like Mark's going to play the weapon camping game here. But what that affords Cyrus the opportunity to do is to go around and pick up any of the missiles that have respawned. But Mark's now playing that far corner. Let's see what happens here. Bunch of smarts from Cyrus. Mark works around him, though. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought that was going to be trouble for Cyrus. Oh! And that's a smart right to the face. Sure. 2-0 for Mark. Or an early lead here. Mark has taken some damage. It sounds like he took a couple points of damage from that smart, too. So I would imagine that Mark is pretty low at this point. And unfortunately, we don't, as of yet, have shield displays or anything. We're hoping to get that in at some point in Observer mode, but that requires a rewrite of some of the networking components that will take some time. Mark moving along back towards reactor after hearing that smart explode. And now he's camping that small room. I think Cyrus... No, I thought he was going to go check, but he hasn't yet. Just about 5 minutes in here. Over a minute since the last kill now. Oh. Yeah, swing and a miss for both pilots there. Cyrus, of course, he favors that Vulcan. He's some people call it a crutch, but he's so good with it. And
Pretty
you can
certain
see
he
there,
hacks.
you can yeah, pretty sure he hacks. You can see there what Mark392 did. He was low enough that he decided that he's going to suicide so that he knew where his weapons were. It's a tactic not a lot of people employ when they're ahead, but Mark is one of the few willing to do something like that. So it's back down to 1-0 as a suicide counts as a negative point.
I don't think I've ever seen Mark do that before.
Oh, he's
The
yeah, he does
suicide?
it. Yep. One of the probably the only one that I can think of that does it regularly. It's I don't know if it's something he just picked up recently or it's tactic he's done for a while. He has to dodge a few smarts from Cyrus there. Oh, Cyrus takes a missile to the face. And Mark looking to regain his lead here.
That was a really good series of exchanges for Mark.
Indeed. This could be another one. Oh, Cyrus does not turn the corner. That would have been a corner of death for him. Almost seems like he had a sixth sense here. The audio in the background, by the way, that is music. And we've got music going from Descent 1, Descent 2, and the Red Book, as well as Descent 3 and the Mercenary expansion, and a few tunes from the Descent Underground game. And looks like Mark's going to take a 2-0 lead, but the fusion... Oh! The fusion didn't hit, but the follow-up concussion missile did, and Cyrus, not a good start to this next point. Looks like Cyrus trying to work his way back into the main room. Should get a fight here. Vulcan on Vulcan, and that's smart. Takes Cyrus out. It's a shutout so far, 3-0. Of course, I say that. There was a suicide in it. The way that the DCL works, kind of a curious thing for the algorithm is that if you suicide, that's just as good as a point for the other player because deaths are what count. You have to report the suicides when the game's over. So if there's
I didn't know that. That's
yeah,
interesting.
so if there's like 20 to 18 and no suicides is better for the winner than 20 to 18 with 3 suicides. And I thought Mark might have tried that, but he decides against it. Stays down by the exit. Cyrus, meanwhile, will pick up a few smarts here and use those to work his way back in. Oh, he took that homer, though. Oh, and Mark behind him. Mark is doing a great job of getting behind him here. 3 kills in a row for Mark now.
Oh, I think I heard one of those fusion bolts hit.
It might have. I was observing from the other end, so not a whole lot of close-up action in this one. Is making it interesting. You know, they're definitely playing the calculated, low-risk style that you might often see with gold matches. That homer almost found its mark, but Mark got out of the way. Yeah, I did not intend for that to be a pun, but there you have it. And another homer gives Mark another kill, and you can just see absolutely whitewashed there. 5-0 over the last almost 9 minutes now. And Mark does this to people. I mean, he's between him and Jedi Luke, those two are the top 2 pilots by skill rating anyway on the ladder, and they regularly will put up single-digit scores against gold pilots. Of course, DCL has 3 tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. But these two, Jedi Luke and Mark, seem to be in a class of their own, and Mark is showing why here. Cyrus, a fresh gold pilot, but he won one of his challenges, you know, proving that he really does belong in gold. But it's been a rough start to this one. Mark with that spread fire. Oh, back to Vulcan. Just peppering Cyrus for just a few points at a time. It's all he needs. And this will be, well, I thought we were going to see something, but Mark having to dodge those smarts like crazy there. 10 minutes in. This is already shaping up to be quite a long match. Nice Vulcan fight in the small room, and Cyrus will get his first kill on the board. 5-1.
It was a really good maneuver by Cyrus to get that kill.
Oh, was that a concussion? I'm pretty sure that was a concussion that got Cyrus there. I didn't see anything else hit him. That was a homing missile, though. Cyrus just can't get back to his weapons safely. Mark making sure that if he does, he pays for it. Cyrus doing a good job of avoiding Mark's fire there. Did he see him, though? They are... Oh, yeah, Mark has.
They saw each other.
And Mark will be the one getting some damage, and this can't end well for Cyrus. Into the fan. It's now 7-1. He doesn't even bother going for the shields. He just mines it up. But that fusion did hit. Mark could be in a bit of trouble here. He's got nowhere to go, but Cyrus backed off. Spread fire missing its mark. And that fusion kill, very nice. I'll put it 7-2. Gonna follow Cyrus a bit here. The nice thing about this mode is that you can see, even when you can't see their ship, you can see where they are in the map. You can see their names. Cyrus waiting in a corner, Neo there. He finally picks up that few from 2 kills ago. Rooster61 in chat, he goes, Cyrus fusion? Nonsense. Yeah, Vulcan is definitely Cyrus's jam, but I guess like other pilots, when something's not working, you switch to something else.
Every weapon for him is Vulcan. It's just a slower Vulcan or a bigger Vulcan.
Oh, one interesting thing is that I've watched some of his demos and I've really paid attention to what he tries to do when he uses Vulcan. I've started copying it myself. I find he's definitely very good with it.
Cyrus on the chase here. Gets the jump on Mark. Oh, he took a floater, though. And it's going to be the reactor picking up the kill on Cyrus, which will put him back down to 7-1.
I need a reactor counter in the bottom corner of this.
Yes.
Let's make it cumulative for the whole show.
So 1 reactor kill, folks. We'll try to keep a running total of that. Unfortunately, I don't have anything set up. I thought about setting up something like that, but I didn't think what I'd set it up for. Well, there you go, the Reactor of Hate. Few spread fire points of damage. That fusion almost hit, but not quite.
I'll get out of your guys' hair until my ship's up. You guys
All
are
right.
doing great.
See you in a couple hours. Of course, that was Morphod. He'll be swapping out with Entropy about halfway through. And Cyrus getting that kill back.
Yeah, it was a really good aggressive play by him.
And that seems to be the thing that you need to do against Mark, because Mark has been playing a very much hit and run game. And every time Cyrus has let him do that, I mean, you see the score. It's lopsided. Yeah. But it is early. I mean, games like this do turn around. Getting a few hits of Vulcan off, but those lasers... Oh, Cyrus took a few too many lasers there. And that'll put it at 8-2.
The big thing that I'm noticing is that the moment, like Mark is being a lot more active about controlling the map and choosing how to engage Cyrus, and Cyrus has a bit of a, like he pauses a lot in how he flies, like right here. Mm-hmm. You know, they had an engagement and disengagement, and Cyrus is content to just sit there.
I think one of the other issues he's having, he does tend to play more aggressive than this, but it seems like every time he does it, with very few exceptions, he gets punished. A little bit of play through the grate there, but nothing coming of it. And that smart will just clip Cyrus. It is now 9-2. 15 minutes in. That is a... Even for Mark, that's a pretty wide gap here. Cyrus will retreat into the hallway, but just when Mark goes looking for him, Cyrus doubles back, and this could get interesting here. Oh, if only he opened that door.
Yeah.
But Mark opens the door, and now it's Cyrus that's got to...
Oh, and get some
Think about what to
information
do
on where
next.
Cyrus is.
Indeed. Now playing around that small room below the reactor there, they're both just kind of sitting there. Uh-oh. Cyrus tried to be a little sneaky there, but I heard that homer hit, and it's going to be another kill for Mark. 10-2. Coming off a 3-kill streak. Cyrus has gotten a couple points in this, but they're hard to come by. Another dogfight, but this time it's going to be the level 1 quads that take out Mark. And Cyrus puts his 3rd point up on the board. But that's still a 5-2 run in favor of Mark. Oh. And, oh, Cyrus never saw that coming. Perfect placement by Mark. Brings it up to 11-3. Jedi Luke says in chat that the key to beating Mark392 involves sacrificing small animals to the god of descent, a.k.a. DJ CJR. It may seem that way. Interesting that Mark drops one single mine, but it's right by the Vulcan. Now he's adding to them. Trying to make sure that if Cyrus decides to come out of that back area, that Mark's going to know where. Cyrus
Seems
not
like
moving.
Cyrus is taking a bit of a breather.
Yes.
And he immediately comes across the proxies.
Yeah, he was waiting to see Mark so that he could just bolt back into the main room, but he got stopped by those proxies. So he's either going to have to do something like that again or wait for Mark to come to him, and I don't think that's going to happen. Uh-oh. That's going to be right below him. Cyrus now coming through the grate. Got found out by Mark and takes some more damage. But he's got the fusion back. Let's see what he can do with it. He's not dead yet. Mark's got his pillar foo going on here. Oh, Cyrus gets behind him. That's a few points of damage. Cyrus going to take off, but I think they both traded a little bit in that hallway. And Mark tried to abandon ship, and not before Cyrus could get his 4th of the game. So Cyrus kind of making a statement here. He's not going to go down quietly. Cyrus waiting by that open door. He's keeping that door open. Well, he was trying. And Mark found him and finished him off. I actually think Cyrus distracted himself there, trying to keep that door open. That's what it seemed like. His attention was just fixated on the door for a little too long. This could be trouble. And they both have to run from smarts. But Mark, knowing where Cyrus has to run from, he tried to make an aggressive move to get to him. And now they're dogfighting, and Cyrus will pick up his 5th here. Oh. And right off the spawn, that's 2 in a row for Cyrus. He runs through a couple proxy mines, but he is playing very aggressively right now. Mark's going to come down. Cyrus, I'm sure, heard him there. He had to have. Couple smarts thrown around, but nothing serious just yet. Mark took a couple Vulcan rounds there. And now the dance begins. Waiting behind each other's wall here. Mark did not fall for that. And look at this. Oh, opportunities lost there. but he still gets the kill. Oh, they both get a
Oh,
kill.
they traded.
So yeah, that actually favors Cyrus because Cyrus was in trouble there. He could have easily taken a death without even getting any return fire in, but because Mark missed with his spread fire, that gave Cyrus an opportunity to turn around, fire the homing missile, and score the return kill. So 1-for-1 trade there. Just a rare moment of missed execution. Oh, Cyrus picking up a smart floater there. About 20 minutes
Cyrus
in here.
seems to have picked up his groove.
He's definitely gained some confidence. And you know what? I don't know if we can point directly to this, but that instant smart kill that made it 12-6, you know, something like that, something as fluky like that can turn your confidence in a moment. Mark narrowly avoiding that smart. And comes back to, ooh, put a lot of damage on Cyrus. Cyrus getting the better of that one, but Mark is going to come away with the kill. So doubling them up, 14-7. Despite a strong start, that looked like this was going to be not even as close as it is now. Trading some smarts, both of them dodging them pretty easily. It just seems like when it comes to the hit and run, oh, Cyrus, that was really close. When it comes to hit and run, it seems like Mark's definitely got an advantage there. Cyrus trying to get back in the main room. Oh, did you see what I saw there?
I'm not sure.
Because I saw a smart exploding off of Mark's head, and they'll get another 1-for-1 here. And as you can see, it's been 2 of those in the last 2 minutes. They're immediately.
I saw the smart hit the wall.
Oh, did you see it hit the wall?
Yeah.
They're immediately back at it, but you can kind of see how the graph looks. It was all Mark in the beginning of the game, but once Cyrus decided he actually was going to play a little competitively, he's kept pretty even with him for the most part. So we see Mark picking up another kill there. And Cyrus, I don't know what he was doing there. Cyrus running headlong into a mine. We'll trade spread fire, but no damage. Mark heading towards the back area by the fan. It just seems like Cyrus is wanting to control that main room and has been doing a fairly good job of it, but Mark's really trying to get behind him here. He looked like he caught him off a little bit, and now it's Cyrus that has to run. Yeah, there's like a, what you guys are seeing at the bottom of the screen, for every 5 kills and then for every point once we hit overtime, you're going to see a graph appear that's just basically a kill over time graph. We'll see it again at the end of the game. Or if Cyrus brings it back when we hit overtime. Oh, Mark, all over Cyrus there. Nice, fast move there that got him a pretty easy kill. That'll put him back on a 5-2 run after almost letting Cyrus back into the game. Cyrus is kind of trapped in that energy center, and Mark knows it. And, oh, didn't see that coming. Mark must have been pretty low. Cyrus taking him out with a single missile.
That's a decent chunk of damage on Mark.
Yep. But not enough. There's another kill for Mark. 18-9, we're about 25 minutes in. And what was looking like it was shaping up to be a 40-minute game, just about over. Of course, DCL games are to 20, but you have to win by 2.
The question remains if Mark will keep Cyrus to single digits.
That is true. He might, too. Has now a 7-3 run that he's on. Cyrus has not spawned yet. Looks like he's, there he goes. Just taking a quick breather. Mark leaving the door open with those mines. Cyrus having to dodge. Mark's got to know he's there. Yep, brings in a little bit of Vulcan. Mark is at match point here. Cyrus needs the comeback of the century to get back in this one.
Yeah. 8 max range, lucky smarts.
Yep. And honestly, honestly, that's kind of out of the question. What Cyrus is playing for at this point is trying to get as many points as possible, because one of the philosophies of the Descent Champions ladder is every kill matters. Even when you're in a blowout, every kill matters. And there's the double digits, 19 to 10. So in a game that was 6-0 at one point, Cyrus has respectively brought it back. Oh, and that'll do it. Right in the face, the smart missile at the very end. Oh, and Mark will take this one 20 to 10. That was a I'll say an anticlimactic finish. But yeah,
A bit of foreshadowing talking about.